program, ACRISOL, a multifaceted, multi-institutional program which aims at a holistic approach to combating desertification and restoration of degraded lands. ACRISOL is also taking up the management of watersheds, rejuvenation of soil quality through a sustainable restoration of soil cover. The overall aim of ACRISOL
Hello,
is to
good
provide.
evening, and welcome to the Ladies' Moments on Haske TV with me, Christiana Babayo, and of course,
I'm Farida Hack. It's so I feel so
overwhelmed.
overwhelmed.
It's good to be here.
It's good to be back.
It's been a while.
It's been a while,
It's been
yeah.
a while. Oh, well. We're so happy to see you again, and we're happy that you're joining us today again on this program
Yeah.
this evening. You know, as we say, it's
Ladies' moment.
We talk about everything ladies,
Mm.
everything women, everything girls, everything babies,
And we tend to
everything
celebrate.
women.
We tend to celebrate our strengths, our resilience, like
Endurance, our
everything
patience,
out there.
So today we'll be talking about a very, very important subject.
Yeah.
Right. We'll be talking about Frida, you want to tell us?
Just say it out. You say it.
So today we're going to be talking about overcoming heartbreak and moving on.
I know.
So,
I know there's someone there. She just got her popcorn. She wants to just get there. We have a lot of
just
things
served
to.
breakfast now this afternoon.
But don't worry, we got
So
you.
we're going to tell you what to do. We got you. We are here for you, darling.
Yeah.
Just stay tuned. When we come back from this short break, we'll go straight into this topic.
The overall aim of ACRISOL is to provide a shield to local communities against the ravages of climate change. ACRISOL also aims at rekindling a sustainable livelihood among local communities. Deploying its multidisciplinary, multi-sectoral component of dryland management, community resilience and strengthening of institutional management. ACRISOL in Taraba State has made impressive strides towards providing solar-powered boreholes to several communities. In these communities, ACRISOL has brought potable water to households. It has provided water for irrigation as well as nursing tree seedlings that will be deployed into the battle for the restoration of vegetative cover across degraded landscapes.
So welcome back. You're still watching Ladies Moment with me, Christiana Babayo, and
Farida Hack.
well, like we said before we went for the short break, our topic today is overcoming heartbreak and moving on. And you know, I will actually start by asking Farida, you don't break your heart before.
Like, is there someone that has his heart hasn't been broken?
Couldn't think there's
before?
anyone left now because basically it's just but you know, this heartbreak, the thing get level.
Yeah.
So this heartbreak, there's a particular one that will hit you
So hard.
if that one hits you and you overcome and you survive, every other one that is coming behind you just walk over.
That is why if you actually survive your first heartbreak, you'll be like, okay. If that other person is misbehaving, you'll be like, really?
I've seen this thing before.
I've seen it before. It's not new again. And as you said, it's levels. This heartbreak, it gets level. Because you can't just be with someone today, tomorrow, and he breaks something like that's heartbreak. No. You know, this Tiana. This one heartbreak that if it hits you, it takes me back to one of my friends, a colleague of mine, that she said when she was served breakfast, then the next morning she just saw herself laying in a hospital bed.
My.
It happened, breakfast actually. It was in the morning, as the name implies breakfast. It was early in the morning.
Hot. Early in the morning.
Yeah, I think a 7 years of relationship. 7 years? Wow. But just like one morning like that, it was like, no, I just realized that this thing is It's not working. So let's just stop it. It's not working. Let's not fight it. It's not working. So that was just that. He just ended his call. The next thing she realized was, oh, just checking her again. And I
She was in the
got
hospital.
She said Farida has like 7 years of relationship and she has never cheated, as she said. Committed.
So and basically the guy did not come up with a reason.
No.
Like it's not like she did something and the guy is now trying to complain, okay,
It was
this
not
is what
just
she
working.
did, and then I'm trying to, say that okay.
No, it was not just working. 7 years of relationship. There's this ups and down. Like you realize this person, like maybe there's this attitude that it will never change. This is just who she is. Then you just realize, no, I can't take it anymore. Let's just.
So what happened in the years before that? He could not, say that okay, this is what you're doing that I don't like, and I can, because for you to have stayed with somebody for 7 years, and then at the end of the day, only for you to come up. I know that they say a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage.
Yes.
For 7 years before you realize that
it's not
you
just
cannot
working.
cope.
You can't cope with that.
And I know one thing they used to say about why I will not agree with this particular scenario, why I will not side the guy here is because for men, I've heard a lot of men that are my friends tell me that for them, when they meet somebody and that person is the one, they know.
They know.
They don't need 7 years to know if this person is the one.
Yes.
Once they have seen her, they know that this person, I'm going to keep her. And they know that this person, one for the
she's not worth keeping.
It's not for keeps. He knows why he's keeping her around, but this one is not marriage material. So if you know within you that this person is not marriage material for you, why did you waste the person's time? And at least after a year or two, you would have just tossed the person aside and move on.
And sometimes, actually, Tiana, you won't see his fault. Sometimes they'll keep showing us the signs, the red flags.
And I
keep ignoring.
What was she even doing for 7 years in the relationship?
The red flags are there. But you'll be like, okay, no, perhaps it's going to be fine. Because we're actually in love. Actually, we ladies, when we are in love,
there's nothing that we cannot do.
We just fall with our head, like the cream gefadiwa. So imagine that 7 years, not like it's just him, keeping everybody aside. To feel like, no, I'm even like, I'm engaged. To a point, if a guy will come to be like, I'm engaged.
Then she basically chased away all the potential potential husband.
Then that early morning you called her and you're like, okay, she thought it was just a normal phone call. Hello babe, how far? Seriously, I want us to talk. This is not just working out. I just tried like
I know men, I'm sure he was saying something like, I'm not feeling us anymore. Yes. It's not you, it's me. You get? I'm just not feeling the vibes anymore.
But do you know that up to date she's stopped. Like she's stopped there. Whatever she's doing, she feels like she's not doing it right. She's not with the right person. She is that right person for her. She's just stuck with that person. That each time, if another man does this for her, be like, I just remembered. I just wished it was. Do you get?
So if I was our friend, I was like, let me just slap you so that I will bring common sense
into
your body. But Farida, you know that despite us seeing some of these red flags sometimes back, there's one thing with women. You cannot convince a woman that person that she's with is not good for her.
You cannot.
You cannot.
A woman in love?
You cannot convince her. But if you wait long enough, there's a kind of disrespect that will reset your brain.
You don't need anyone to.
If you get to a point where you said, so why was I tolerating all these things?
To a point, you will keep thinking of that.
So it gets to a point where there is a last disrespect that they disrespect you. That you will now say, and it's the same too for men.
Yes,
it's the same too for men. Now let me give you a scenario of a distant family member. He loved this girl as if there was no tomorrow. In fact, whatever any other person in the family will say, this girl is not this.
He didn't agree.
So he never paid attention. He just loved this girl wholeheartedly. We were just there when All of a sudden, she started seeing his friend. You see, started seeing his friend, and he's very good friend, like Amin is that your guyest guy.
Yes, now your G.
Your G way when they always did together, when they roll together. So she started seeing this guy. From doing it in the secret, it even became an open thing.
Just imagine the girl that
Like
you defended.
people began to know that okay, these people are sneaking around. So and you know what? Me is the audacity for me. At some point they stopped hiding it.
Wow.
They now like became they were proud of what they were doing. They were doing with their full chest. You see? So at that point now, and you know one thing with guys that I don't like is that men will not sit down and clear issues with their guys.
They will not.
I know that this person is your guy. But what stops you from saying, Kai, Kaita, that thing you did, I don't like it. Like I clear you, like this thing where you did, this street where you run me, I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
So you will say that this guy is your guy, and then you will not address it.
I think your friend is someone that when you have like when things are wrong, you sit down.
This one is even a situation where you are there with your babe.
No.
I think your friend
is now
still going out with this babe. And then you find out, and you're not saying that we now guys, you know, go allow me babe come between us.
Yes, now, and you know this is normal English for men. Like a lady will just come between
us. So a woman cannot come between us. Let us not allow a woman to come between our relationship. Like we've been together for way long. So now, so my guy no Greek clear kaita based on saying
yes.
It got to a point where my distant family would go to his friend's house apartments where they used to hang out, and then the babe would come just to hang out with that guy. So at some point my own brother made it like nothing made it
it's fine, just let's fine.
Well, guys, made it a cheeky. We're fine. And besides, this person is my brother. Really.
Wow.
So yeah, so one day, as that thing went on for long, one day they were all sitting in the living room.
Yeah.
And then this babe came, and she was now seated near his friend.
Really?
And then they were justing, you know, those public display of affections. So she was now whispering things to the guy's ears, and they would laugh, and lo and behold, my family member is sitting on the couch. And then they were watching TV together. But you know, I think at that point he got into a very deep thought. He now began to, think about what happened to him. Because most times when these things happen, we don't sit and
think.
The next thing he realized was that he woke up in the evening, and this conversation was happening in the morning hours. He woke up in the evening at the hospital bed. So when he woke up, the doctor now asked every other person to leave the room. So when they left the room, the doctor now asked him, sorry, no, his heart stopped. That was what happened. He blacked out.
Oh my
he passed out. So he was rushed to the hospital. After a series of efforts, they were able to revive him. So the doctor was asking me, that your heart stopped.
And he was there. No, excuse me, let me not cut you. He was there feeling as if everything was just fine.
The thing we are talking about, men not clearing each other on their own, calling each other out on what they are doing to each other that is not nice.
He left everything to
no, this guy is my guy. You nearly died, nigga. You nearly died.
You were informing, it's okay.
It was when he woke up from that, and the doctor was not telling him, see, if something pains you, bring it out, voice it out, address it. Don't care about the person's feeling, because you see, it is by God's grace that you did not die.
Yes.
You nearly lost your life because you kept bottling up emotions. And that is going to be one of the things we talk about in this moving on. We tend to bottle emotions.
Yes.
They have served you breakfast. Cry now.
Why are you forming big girl, hard girl?
Why are you forming hard guy?
Form hard guy in the afternoon. When you get back home in the night, close it down, lock your room, and cry out.
If the person that did this thing to you is sitting close by, tell the person a piece of your mind.
Of course.
Tell the person this is what the person you don't like it. It is betrayal of your friendship. You do not like it.
Yes.
But these people will not talk. And then you will develop some health issues at the end of the day. And trust me, as little or as casual as this sounds, people end up in hospital beds because of this situation.
Yes. You just see a small girl, she's having high BP. BP is very high.
And where did she get it from?
Overthinking.
Much thinking. We'll talk some more about this. Let's go on this short break, and when we come back, we'll pick it up from here.
Taraba State is one of the 20 northern states that have keyed into the federal government's World Bank-funded Agroclimatic Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscapes Program, ACRISOL, a multifaceted, multi-institutional program which aims at a holistic approach to combating desertification and restoration of degraded lands.
Well, welcome back. We're still on the show, ladies moment, and we are still discussing, those issues, those things that would land you in the hospital bed because you're heartbroken and you're not able to voice out your
because
opinion.
you're being very fast,
and then you want to do big boy. Like you just broke your heart, Clement. Cry
it out,
cry.
let it out.
Why are you trying to be a big boy? These things are not really fun. But they're not really funny, because if somebody will just fall down and faint, because these things, whether we like them, they are connected to our body system.
You're thinking about your heart.
You cannot cheat human nature.
You cannot.
If your heart's not strong, your heart will fail. You will die. You will die, and that's why they used to say a relationship will stay in your wife. If you know you're not ready just for relationships, for me, I used to advise people that as much as you want to do love, practice detachment. Practice it. Detachment is a skill you're supposed to acquire while you're in a relationship. You know why you need this? As you're giving your heart to love, you're mastering detachment in the corner, so that in case any man or this girl wakes up and says she's not doing again for no reason, you'll be able to detach easier. It will hurt, but not as much.
We don't tend to talk about detachment when we are in love. It's something like, why would I even assume that something will suddenly go wrong after all the love?
I know in some of these cases you don't even take it to the family house. Yeah. And then your family will be like, okay, are you sure you like this person? Yes, Papa. Yes. And after you have embarrassed yourself in front of your family, the guy goes back and said he's not doing it. So, okay, so what should I come and tell my family now?
But that's why actually one of my friends said engagement is not even a wedding. So I don't know why you feel like, because why you feel like your family member knows him or he knows you, or then you feel like
have you ever thought to think how many of them has he taken home?
I would just like that statement. He said, practice detachment as you are falling in love.
Very important skill.
Like that one, I want us to put it in capital later. Detachment, practice it, because when we're not praying that things shouldn't go.
We're not even saying that people should not love. We're not saying people should not love. You should love with all your heart.
But there are circumstances that
detachment you need it, and emotional. All this thing boils down to emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Emotional intelligence tells you that just because you need to practice detachment doesn't mean you love this person any less.
Yes.
You're guarding your heart.
Yes.
You're guarding your heart. And for the women folk, sorry to say, sometimes we display a lot of foolishness. and then we want to protect our own fellow women with it. And then you see that a lady will just suddenly change her attitude towards everybody. She'll start behaving. So if you find out, you see, she will just start and she'll be even bragging. I will like Kaita, I look up and then she's thinking that Kaita likes only her.
And this is where the problem is.
And then she begins to invest everything she has
on Kaita.
And then one day she'll come and find out that Kaita has told another person this, he has told another person that. So how many of you are there now? Auntie, you're not the only one. It's a long queue. You wait. When your turn reach, you just carry after your turn pass, your colleagues will come. So there's no common sense in just carrying some of these issues on your head and bragging about.
When we talk about
emotional intelligence,
when we talk about love, someone said, if you want to see, you just look at the way I'm so foolish in love. When you see me, I'm all this Haske girl, all this whatever, but when it comes to love, my dear, I'm so it's not me.
It's usually the case with a lot of people, women that you see that they carry themselves with so much dignity and they are serious-minded. When they fall in love, common sense will leave them.
It used to leave them.
Common sense will just leave you. You'll be a lady of career the way you are now. You're managing your career very well. You're excelling in the society. It is just a little while, and then one fighter begins to buy you flowers, buy you ice cream,
taking you
takes you
out,
to
all these
takes you
things.
to Roadhouse.
Do you know what I call it?
Yeah, common sense will leave your head.
Do you know what I call it? It brings you back to life because you feel like, oh, I was not living that life. You're back
And
to
then
life.
you start disturbing my man, take it to my man. Like, are you serious? A man that will eventually break your heart.
Last.
Now, while we still acknowledge that there are people that are in successful relationships,
yes,
and they have loved with all their hearts,
and it
has paid them. They ended up in good places with good people that loved them as much as they loved them. Because there's one thing to love and then to be loved.
Yes.
You know, recently our parents began to give us orientation that as women, marry who loves you, not the one that you love, because just you love you. That is it. So if you're checking around those people, those eligible suitors, and you want to marry, check this character, does he love me or do I love him? If you are saying that it's you that
love him,
just forget about that issue.
Just rest.
Keep that one, rest first. Find the one that loves you.
But you know, it goes back like, okay, him too, they'll tell him, can you imagine the particular song?
Exactly. Now all of us are getting this orientation.
This orientation
is everywhere. It's every side of it. Titan's father is telling him to marry the one that loves him more. And then the girl also, her parents are telling her that marry the one that loves you, not the one that gives you love. So the thing is just like that.
It's just like that. And it's something that actually we should look into this issue, because women, it still falls back to us. Yeah, we all find that successful relationship, that love that we all want, but I would say some are not fortunate to find that one. That to a point, in the day that he said it's over, you feel like your life will end or has ended. Because you see so many people that tend to take, like, you know, back then, I want to take pia. They want to take
suicide because they broke your heart.
So had it been, as we said, code, the girls' code, rule number 1, practice detachment. That's a lady's moment.
And number 2, be guided by emotional intelligence.
Very, very, very
guided in everything you do in your relationship. Be guided. You're allowed to love, but check out the other person. Is he bringing in this energy?
Does it deserve that?
Is he in the same headspace with you?
Sienna, let me not even forget. You know, while falling in love, you know, there's a lot of things that we ladies tend to take. We'll be like, there is a lot of disrespect that ladies go through,
and you know, you will not realize it until you leave that relationship.
And when someone tells you that, okay, this is actually what you'll be like, no, he loves me. No, he's going to change. No, I didn't understand him. No, I should be the understand.
I know it's one of the biggest mistakes you ever make, to think that somebody will change for you. I know that people that actually genuinely love you will make compromises for you. They'll make compromises. They will try to, you know, shift a little bit from what they used to do just to accommodate you. Now that is love, that's respect. But you expecting that, okay, when you met this guy, he was a womanizer. You knew it. And then you say you're changing as what? Who are you? Who are you as what? So God that made him did not change him as he was. You now, ordinary human being. One thing I believe is that a man would make compromises. He would change to suit your life if he wants. Only if the man wants. There is no amount of words in this life that you say that will make him change what he doesn't.
If you don't want to change,
if he doesn't want to adjust, he will not adjust.
Seriously. And it's there for you to just take it. And you know, at first you saw that he was a womanizer. You had all those chances. Oh, this is actually what is going on with him. No, I can't deal with it. Before you even fell in love with him. Imagine you now fall in love with him and you aren't able to back out because you know you're already in love with him. That's where you're going to take in those disrespects. Maybe he goes up with this person, like you after cry, tell you sorry, it's fine. Like you're just left with sorry.
People apologizing for the same thing, but there's no change in behavior.
And when you come out, then you feel, you know, something. Then you start feeling, okay, am I the problem? Is it me? Am I not good enough for him? Is it that okay? Is it that that lady is more than me? Okay, let me just look at myself. I'm doing all I can. Should I work better on myself to suit a womanizer? To suit someone that will never change?
Someone
You
that
start
doesn't
looking
respect
down
you.
on yourself, thinking that okay, you're not even worth that relationship. Okay, I'm not worth myself. Okay, just look at him. Should I adjust my life? No, sis, you don't need to adjust. He should be the one to adjust, not you. You found yourself in that situation. Oh, you took yourself in that situation. You knew that he was a womanizer. You decided to fall in. Then why are you complaining?
You can't complain
You
when
can't
they're that
com-
comfortable because you
You
entered that
cannot.
relationship with your two legs.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you see there, deal with it.
It's
Oh.
you.
It's your own problem. It's your cross to bear
How-
because
how-
you made your choice.
You made your choice.
Out of the millions of men in the world, you chose that one.
Then he will start frustrating you.
And
Last,
then you chose it because you know you can handle it, right? You cannot handle it at the end of the day. That one is completely your. That sounds like a you
a
problem.
you problem, as you always say.
Because you cannot come to me now and
And tell you that this is
and all that. So now, Harida, let's discuss on a very. I'm going to create a scenario. We'll discuss. So let's say your closest friend, the closest female friend.
Yes.
Now, let's say you know her relationship, you know the guy she's in a relationship with. She's your closest friend. Let's say you see that her guy messing around with another girl. Okay? Would you come back to tell your friend? Let's say you know the guy as well. You know the guy. He's somehow your guy too. And then you find him misbehaving out there. Would you come to tell your friend that
my friend.
this is the scenario?
Actually, anything that concerns love, my hands are always out.
Your hand no day inside.
I know the inside this one. Me, I don't see her. Tiana, this is my eyes. Do not see that guy.
So this is what people will now say, but she's your friend.
No, she's like, no.
She's your friend. Like
she knows.
Just support the girl. Like
No.
women supporting
Tiana, when it comes to love, these my hands are always very up. I should tell her, okay, you know, I saw Keita with this person. Really? Me?
Yes.
I did not see. I did not see.
navigated or what is your ATC?
So that after telling her last update, she'll come and tell Keita that I said I saw
You know,
him
that is the foolishness now. The thing is that once you tell your friend and that is what she will just from your mouth straight to his ears.
Definitely,
That is the
Tiana.
thing with them. She will never waste time. Later on WhatsApp, you go and see her status. No
My
votes can come between us.
my sister.
Yeah. So I say I'm not the person who come. But in the real sense, some
way
of
it
my
should be.
friends would say that, please, you know we are friends. And you know me. I used to enter relationships with my two eyes open. With my emotional intelligence.
Yes.
If you see this guy messing around and you don't come and tell me, I will not forgive you if I end up in a very useless marriage.
But this is
Because
someone that
I would
thinks-
not know these things. So what if it happens that you see it? Don't you think it is a chance that God is giving me through you to save me from
But this is someone that is really thinking much about it, Tiana. But it's not every lady that will just sit and think that, okay, if you see something wrong, you come and tell her. You don't tell her because tomorrow you'll be that black goat in front of
me, I've been
her.
I've been in that situation. But honestly, me, I did not go to tell her. I did not go to tell her. Because I felt like it was not in my place to say. It was not in my place to start carrying the news of another person's relationship around.
For me, I telling her that stuff, breaking that news to her, I will not do it, Tiana.
No, I won't do it.
I won't do it because last,
I won't do it.
he has his own way of getting over things with her.
Uh-huh.
Then tomorrow, do you know that he will still look at you because she will still tell him that you are I that him I chaganka the why do you
And
get?
then you know some of them I'm not even wise.
They're not wise.
I for them to get
Do you get? They're not that wise. Then even after everything, maybe when they sort out their issues, do you know how the guy will be looking at you?
Snitch now.
My sister.
You go snitch now.
Okay, you not tell me that. What did you achieve after telling this?
So what did you achieve?
After you
Well,
told
she
her
was
their
still
name,
together, but
that shame, you think
You
that
know?
will
and then the guy would never like we have become sworn enemies.
Yes.
Even that your friend said. There's a way she'll start looking at you like you're not after
and
her
she'll start
progress,
saying, you know,
until the whole thing.
Tiana, she start putting on her status. If you see my man with another woman, Don't tell me, because a man is a. Do you get?
Beware of fake friends.
Because I was actually helping you.
We want to help your life,
So
that
for
you
me,
not end up
when
in
it comes to love issue, I don't settle that case. Tiana, you they settle love case?
No,
No.
No, they said when you people started, I was
not there.
So me, whenever my friends come to me with love issues, I will hear the ladies' side. If I hear the guy say, that is all I do. I cannot even begin to take side. I said, I told you, I told my gaskiya ki ne. Amma ya za a yi miki haka, kina da gaskiya. And when I hear the guy say, kai ma kana da gaskiya. Ai bai kamata da tayin haka ba. Kai ma sai amma ku yi hakuri. This is it. Ku yi hakuri, that is the least I can say. Because if I don't tell you people ku yi hakuri, what else can I tell them? So is it you that will come around my mouth when you go and reconcile? Shame will not be covering me from head to toe.
Is it that way that shame?
Shame will cover me from head to toe.
My sister.
No, yeah, I will not do that. I will not do that. So let's begin to talk about some of these things you can do when you're faced with a heartbreak situation you're trying to move.
After all that loving bed of those.
I think the first thing you need to do is to allow yourself to grieve, feel the pain. Feel the pain.
It's important.
Now, I would like to also digress a little on this one to say that this heartbreak thing is not only on love matters.
Yeah,
your family members will break.
They'll break your definitely.
Then you lose someone too, that will break your heart.
Break your heart.
And in most times when we lose someone, we tend to like, okay, let me just be mature about it.
No, there's no mature. There's no.
You don't allow yourself to feel the pain and grief before you know it. And there's a way pain changes people.
Yes, it does.
You become a completely different person when you go through such pain. You will not be the same.
You will not.
You will not be the same because a part of you has just gone, never to return. So there's no way you will go back to the same old you.
Old you that you were.
So the best you can do is give yourself time to
breathe. Pour it out.
Believe that yes, this thing has happened to me. It has happened to me.
And there's no two ways about it.
There's no two ways about it. It has actually happened. I can only cry and grieve and pray that okay, God would, comfort me.
Comfort me. And when my dear, your heart broke, just know that you're not the first person to ever experience that heartbreak. Okay? Because I always in this heartbreak I say this, like then are there much heartbreaks? Because in that relationship stuff, if your guy, that person that I feel you were in a relationship with, like you guys had that dream and stuff like that, he breaks up with you. Then I just close that room, go and cry. Then when you shed out those tears,
you feel some relief. Your chest will even be decongested.
Yes,
just you feel light. You feel light. You feel light
out.
Just pour it out. One thing people need to accept, especially men. I know this is a ladies' moment, but men need to understand that it is okay to grieve.
Yes.
It is completely okay and acceptable for you to grieve.
Yes.
Just because you're a man doesn't make you any different. Now the same heart where we get you has it. As a man, grieve if you have to, and it is absolutely okay.
Okay, so
I don't support society telling men that you cannot break down. You cannot cry. You cannot. No, men are allowed to cry.
You don't say be a man, just be a man.
Be a man. Be a man.
How?
Everyone tells you to be a man, but nobody asks you what exactly you're feeling. Nobody asks you what you're feeling. There's nothing like be a man. No. Yes. When it comes to grief, just grieve, cry. Accept that okay, your pain is valid. My pain is valid. I have the right to cry and cry and cry all that you need to do. Just make sure when you're done crying, you pick yourself up and you move on. That is the only way you can move on. Because I've seen instances where things happen to them and they live in denial.
Of course.
That becomes a psychological problem eventually.
Yes.
You're living in denial. You know that your head now is not correct.
It's not correct.
Because this thing actually happens, especially when people lose loved ones. This person has actually died. And they don't believe it.
Maybe like no, it's a lie.
No,
it's a lie.
What are you saying?
Wow.
They don't believe it.
Before you know it, they are now rushing back and forth just in the hospital because
the person's head is now no longer functioning very well because you have refused to accept what has happened to you.
That is that.
So after you have done that, I think that the next thing you need to do is to take care of yourself.
My sister.
You see, in this life, they used to say that nobody in this world will come through for you except yourself. Just know at the back of your mind that even if you have this boyfriend that you like, you have this fiance, you have this guy that loves, just know that in this life, nobody will come through for you.
You yourself.
If the guy comes through for you, that's fine, but do not hope and bank and lean completely on that person. Know that now you get yourself.
Seriously.
If you don't take care of yourself,
who will take care of yourself?
Who will take care of you?
No matter how much.
I know by the time you begin to rely on other people to take care of you, and they don't, just to start feeling you
again,
you start feeling betrayed
again.
You start feeling like, they don't care about me, they don't do this, they don't.
Is there someone that will take care of yourself much more than
you? Give yourself self-care. Eat good things. Sleep. Sleep. Eat
after
good
crying.
things.
See, and after crying in the morning, take your bath. That small change you have inside your account. Go and visit Shola or hang out.
Shawarma, now that you have said yourself, I'm beginning to think in that direction. Honestly, because there has been a while since I took care of myself. Seriously, very long while.
Because just look at it after if you frustrate yourself because someone broke your heart.
Just because somebody did not value
you
doesn't mean that you cannot value yourself. At every moment you wake up, you tell yourself that I am here and I am enough. I am enough. I'm enough. Now we're talking about this thing now to people that have common sense, so not the ones that actually have bad character. Because at some point in this program we'll get to talk about this bad character, but it's not on today's show. Let us not use bad character now to get our time, because some people naturally have bad character and they want to justify it. But no, we're talking about people that you've done the best that you can.
You've done.
So you need to tell yourself that I am here and I am enough and I did the best that I could.
Say, do you know what? When saying this, just look at yourself and okay, he did this. Yeah, he did what he did. And also, if you should hold on to that thing that he did for you, you will never move on.
You will not move on.
You will not move on.
Holding on stops you from moving on.
You will never move on.
You can only move when you have let go. It's just like me now holding your hand. I hold your hand like this. And I say I want to move on and go to my house now, even to go to the studio now. How will I go? Provided I'm still holding your hand, there's no movement for me too. So me and you are now bound in the same place. If it is you that I want to punish, me that did not do anything, why am I punishing myself by staying here? So I can only leave you, let go, and then I move on. And then I honestly believe in leaving people to their conscience. I always used to say, before I used to say, okay, you did what you did. I felt what I felt, and it is what it is. So just stay with your conscience. If you're content with what you have done to me or how you have treated me, then that's fine. That's fine. I will go and God will fight for me.
You will. And definitely if you did, like,
you think God is not, there are certain people that if you make them shed tears, God will not allow you to go free.
Yes.
Especially when those people have not done anything to you. They have not done anything to you. They have done right by you from the beginning. And then you wake up and then that is how you chose to repay them. God will not allow you to go scot-free. That's not how God works. Because the thing with people with pure intentions is that they always have God fighting for them.
Seriously, they have.
They have God fighting for them.
They have.
So there's no way you will now come and say you will do this person dirty.
And you expect that you just go scot-free like that. No. So learn to
take care of yourself.
And the thing, just forget, okay, he did what he did. Yeah, he did, okay.
And it was painful. Yes. Yeah, it was painful and you don't deserve it. Truly, you don't deserve it. But it's fine. It's fine.
You move on. When you frustrate, that's when you see him, you start hiding. When you look frustrated. After that heartbreak, maybe a couple of months, when you see him start hiding, because actually you don't look any better than he knows you before. When you take care of yourself, when you do, you're like, take your bath, you look good, you eat good food. When he sees you
step out, and then the person knows that, be like, say this babe don't be fine now, when you say I don't live anymore. Yeah, that is now one evil spirit will now tell him to still come back. And say, come back. Are you mad?
But this is when we'll know whether you've actually moved on, because you know this heart is something that.
And don't allow your sense to tell you to actually
come back. Remember,
don't go back. Move on. We are saying moving on.
You're not saying
just be going. Just be going.
Yes.
Because remember that there was a reason you guys broke up in the first place.
Yes.
Don't forget it. And how do you know that this person is not the same person? Because
So
people don't just
just
wake up and change
accepting.
overnight. Then what you need to do next, like you have even said it now, rebuilding your life. That is all part
Your
of
life.
it. Pick up the
No, but
pieces. Move on.
just know that, and you know, there's someone, and you know, after all this happy there's someone that is there. Like, you, oh, just wish I could just be with this person. He made you feel like you aren't even worth being yourself. Then there's someone out there that
That is
actually
actually telling you that you mean the
you
world.
mean the
to them.
world to you. But before you jump into that another relationship, make sure you're ready for that next relationship. Just because you're happy doesn't mean that you must not be in love all the time.
No, 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 no.
Just because he broke your heart, okay.
Sometimes
I
you
want
can
to
just be in this restaurant. You cannot be in love every time. You can
it's
be
not
in
every
the
day
house.
that you be very good.
Be in a restaurant, be at the ice cream spot, be in C2C.
It's
You
not
must not
every
be
day
in
that
love.
you be in
Yes,
love.
it's not every day.
So just take your time. Just take your time. We ladies, with that soft life, we can have it for ourselves now, Tiana.
Somebody said that some of these relationships would show you road to new restaurants. That is all that you benefit from the relationship. You just get to know that they are new restaurants. But
Seriously,
I mean, see, at the end of the day, all of us we have been heartbroken. Some of us will still be heartbroken, and it's difficult to move on. But you have to do it anyways.
Anyways, you have to.
Anyhow, you have to
Because
move on.
if not, you will keep swallowing that, like that bad character of his. You will keep accommodating it to a point that no, I can't believe it.
She not just die now. She just went to sleep and her heart
And-
stopped and she died. So she
So
was thinking.
she was thinking so
Now,
much
to bring us back
about
to
it.
the point that we'll make on this one. That another step is to let go. And move on. Forgive. Make peace. Now that one they had.
Tiana,
You
it's
mean
very hard.
I should forgive Kaita for all those things he did to me? Abba. You said Abba. You don't know what he did to
You
me.
don't know.
Oh, you're saying
it's
forgive
because
that.
you're
No, it's because you're not in my shoes.
Yes, I think you're
If I taking out skin shoes now, but I can hear me one I should forgive him. Do you know what this person put me through? He sent all the sleepless nights. I gave my everything to this relationship.
I gave my
How many years of my life did I put in this? And that is where this advice with the young women, if they tell you to choose between love and your career, pick your career and leave that love in that side.
Because you'll find
that's
love
how
in
you
that
end up
career.
now saying that
Give up everything.
I cannot forgive him. But if you don't forgive and you move on, in fact, you cannot even move on unless you actually forgive. Good. First of all, you forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be disrespected like that.
Yes.
Because sometimes you tend not to be angry with the person like the way you're even angry with yourself.
Seriously.
You begin to ask yourself, so
did I just
with
allow
all the common sense you have now, why did you allow yourself to be in that kind of situation? Why?
Nobody was like, no, you keep asking yourself, this question on and on. Okay, Frida, after every no wait, Frida, just look at yourself right now. Did you just allow this person to do this to you? But as you just make peace with it and forgive him.
But
this forgiveness is hard, but
it's hard though, especially the one that they say you forgive and you forget. I will forgive you, but I will not forget. I will not forget the thing you did to me.
Each time
I will forgive you, then I will remember. I will remember it so that next time I will not allow you to get that close to me, that you will still run me that kind of street again. So me not forgetting is to guard my heart.
Yes.
Because for me to allow this thing to happen again, it will be foolish on my side.
Seriously,
it will be foolish on my side.
It will. So like forgiving and letting go. Let it go. And when do you know, Tiana, if you don't forget, if you don't forgive, each time you see that person, your heart will just keep beating.
You see the bitterness.
There's this bitter,
like hard feelings, the
very
anger.
Good.
You immediately get irritated.
Very good. Maybe let's say there are people that say that actually maybe their ex, they're still in good terms with their ex. Yeah, he did what he did and I've moved on, and we are cool. Someone said, why the But some people they just make peace with it, like they're very cool with their ex. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that happened, and
let me even tell you a typical scenario like of me. You know that years back when I dated a particular person, do you know that for up to a year, if I just see this person, the anger, For me, it was not, the urge to go back to this person.
No.
It was just pure anger.
Yeah.
And then a doctor was saying that is a stage of healing. The stage where you are angry, you're upset. Like, why? Why would you do this to me? What did I ever do to you?
Mm-hmm.
So that anger, and then I was angry with myself too. Well, you know they tolerate nonsense now.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you allow this person to make to make you a foolish person? Like, why did you make this person make nonsense out of you? Why? So this anger, Oh, some point I start praying. I said, God, I don't want to be a bitter woman.
Seriously,
I don't want to be a bitter woman, because that's how you now end up with bitterness in your heart. You're just bitter. You don't like people. That's why people see that. I want you back to the daddy. Back to the daddy. Come and tell you.
No, you're just frustrated. You just like
someone else. You're
just frustrated. When you move on, there's joy in moving on. Actually,
there's joy in moving on. You get to have your own life.
Yes.
Now you have to plan your own things. And don't forget to ask for help if you know that you're finding it difficult.
Yes.
Seek help. Whether it is professional help or medical help of your friends, medical help, whichever help, you just get help. And you don't get help. You become mad, or you run mad.
And he's mental
health problem.
Do you know what I feel? Serious thing. Are you there thinking about him while he's there having fun? When you just think of all this,
the arms of another woman in Roadhouse.
So when you think of all, you'll be like, I deserve this. Let me just move on. Let me just.
And then you again think that, that there's somebody that is in your DM that has been asking you just to even come
my
and
sister
and eat.
My sister didn't agree.
So you look at it, they'll be like, but is it that one that wants to kill you before your time? Unfortunately, Farida, unfortunately, we tend to like the people who do not respect us more than the ones who do.
Yes. And this is so true.
There are people that actually would, in fact, there are people that worship the ground you walk on.
Yes.
People that will lay down themselves just so that you can pass.
But no, we aren't even seen that one.
You see that one that you're struggling.
There's even not shaggy.
Every day you have to beg for the person to even call you a check-up.
Is that one that you want to?
It is just unfortunate that is
and
happening.
It's
unfortunate.
Serious.
It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate, because why are you not where you are respected? Go to where you are celebrated, not where you are tolerated. Because some of these men will make you feel like, my sister, I just they help your life.
Yes.
Okay, you're helping my life.
How are you helping my life? How?
So when I see some of these ladies begin to make some comments, sometimes I don't blame them. I'm like, you don't know where she's coming from and what she has been through. Some people say that, see me, I find, I set, I get sense, I can't be work, I get my own money. Wait till you go show me. But when you hear things like that, you say the girl is proud. You don't know what happened to her. You don't know what one man did to her.
You don't know.
And then you see another man now that is telling you that, no, him doesn't roll with little girls. You don't know what they did. You don't know what little girls did to this man. Don't judge him. You don't know what one small girl did to him. So he has decided that now he's not going to go into the small girls. He's going to go with people that are more matured. And it's exactly anything you do for your peace of mind. Me, I respect it. I used to tell my friends, if cutting me off me like this will give you peace of mind, cut me off. Cut it off. Cut me off.
Don't hesitate.
You don't need to relate with me if you know that I'm stressing you more than I'm giving you joy.
But Tian, do you know that these ladies, we actually tend to get stuck in a relationship if the man is doing all the giving.
Yeah, that's another thing.
She will not want, she wants to enjoy all
for the benefits.
Yes,
for the benefit that comes with it.
No matter how frustrated
benefits,
Yes,
and he's frustrated, but he pays
the
bills.
bills.
So a win is a win.
But my sister is really affecting you deep down. But imagine you have something doing.
And you know that you rather cry in a Benz than cry inside a canapé.
Yes.
Be sure of that Benz that you
want to cry on
and cry. Because if I want to enter a Benz, I want to laugh in the Benz. Why would I be in the Benz and cry? Why? Does crying even suits the Benz? No. If I'm in a Benz, why do I need to cry?
Why are you chilling?
When you cry, it's a Benz.
Sienna, why are you chilling and you're crying? You're drinking ice cream.
It doesn't make sense. So it doesn't make sense. Well, it's like again a pep. You don't even need anything to make you cry. You get where you go enter keke for this child, you go cry. Nothing do you, but you will cry.
Seriously.
You will cry because you understand that you're in a predicament.
Seriously.
You're in a predicament. So these are some of these things, and what you were saying about people staying because of the bills that are being paid. Some people will say that is gold digging. But this gold digging thing, it has levels.
It has
levels too. It's hard to tell if this person likes the person for who he is or not what he's willing to give out. It's hard to actually say. You cannot really say because matters of the heart can only be determined by God.
You can't even determine that.
Just I used to say Zuchi and Adam say Allah.
Say Allah kadesan.
Allah. You cannot know what is in the heart of man. So that what is gold digging. I know this gold digging thing. There are some men that will even accuse some ladies of being gold diggers when they don't even have gold. They don't even have gold. What am I digging here?
This is something like gold. I just like Kaita now. Kaita will be like, okay, I don't put it to soon. Kaita, where is the money?
Like, do you have money?
Where is the money there? Do you have money?
I to throw lines like that, say she's a gold. You need to have money. Do you have money?
Where is the money there?
There's some people have money that can say that somebody is digging gold.
So you see someone who is just like managing.
One of my friends was not saying that he cannot turn a what's name? What's the saying that he cannot turn a poor girl into a housewife? I say, okay, you get house. You get house. Do you have house? We did not even talk for several months in a row because of that one. Because
how would you say that?
Okay, do you have a house? And I was like, and you also said, I said, where is the lie here, please?
How will you say that?
You're the one that is berating somebody saying that you cannot turn this person that's into a housewife. You don't have a house.
And which house?
Is it the rented apartment we're talking about?
Good.
That you cannot turn the person into a house. You are all poor. You're on the same pedestal. You are both poor. Who says you cannot turn his house? You don't have a house.
You should be specific.
You have a house.
You should be specific.
Yeah, and then women that also say, no, I want to go for a guy that is rich.
Are you rich?
Are you rich? Do you have money?
Do you have money?
You're going to say, babe, me, I say I'm an iPhone. You don't ever buy iPhone in your life. Like in your family, who has
iPhone? You'll be like, okay, I can't settle for this person.
You cannot settle for less. You are even less. You are the less. I don't know why. Why do you make such a reason saying that you cannot settle for less when you are actually the less?
Just like this guy as yes is sister. How much is in your account?
So if you have money, will you even be looking for a rich man?
Sister,
you have money. See,
so it's
not your fault according to your material, my dear. Find somebody that you can blend with in this life and be with the person. Just go digging and
there's something hard about
the iPhone issues and all those. It's not hard. It's fake life.
And this topic is going to come that fake life. We'll talk about that fake life
in our subsequent program because I don't know why people are saying digging gold when they don't even have gold. Anyways, I hope that we've been able to do justice to the things you can do to navigate your way through heartbreaks and moving on. Well, from me, I think that I have said enough, and that is that. From me, I don't know if Farida has something to say.
We've said almost everything. I will just emphasize more on letting go, forgive, and let's go.
My own area of emphasis will be that let's be guided by emotional intelligence.
Yes.
So thank you so much for staying with us today again on This Moment. Please do feel free to join us again next Wednesday here on Haske TV at 4 p.m. for an interesting episode on this program. Thank you so much for joining us from the rest of us at the production crew and the management of this wonderful station. We say thank you and do have a lovely evening. Bye.
Taraba State is one of the 20 northern states that have keyed into the federal government's World Bank-funded Agroclimatic Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscapes Program, ACRISAL, a multifaceted, multi-institutional program which aims at a holistic approach to combating desertification and restoration of degraded lands. ACRISAL